Well, hello guys. Welcome to our masculine energy embodiment today. Okay. Beautiful energy I feel today. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay. What I have channeled this morning. Okay. So first off, welcome to Aquarius season, right? That is what we are herein enjoying and loving. Oh, and I just feel every time I come in here, I feel all of that Kundalini rising energy. Okay, so the 23rd, right? The Sun conjuncts Mercury. The 24th, Mars enters Capricorn. And the 25th, Mercury enters Capricorn, right? It follows right in. So if there is something that comes up for you in terms of what you need to, want to, or are kind of like feeling like you're forcing yourself to say, I feel like this is a very practical energy. And in the retrograde, it is very productive, okay? As long as it's coming from the heart space, right? So we're being followed by Mars entering Capricorn. You may feel like your inner warrior is on alert, but that is because you are on the cusp of some very big changes, okay? This will be like a ladder of Kundalini energy or steps of ascension. Okay, now my third eye is really open. Okay, whatever this is for you, see this as you are being readied for whatever comes next, okay? To me, it feels very much like the Judgment card and that you have made the decision to walk up to your next leap of faith, right? You're like, I'm ready for whatever this next level is going to be. So the light comes in as a very, healing energy with the Sun sextile Chiron on the 28th. When you go inward, the Sun holds your space for you. Chiron is the wounded healer, and I think a lot of healers after the last 2 years are wounded. Okay, so let the Sun, let Father Sun, hold the space while you go inward and heal yourself. This is a deep wound. There is also probably so much past life energy associated with it, and that's why it's come to the surface now to really spark this next level of manifestation for you. Mercury is also conjunct Pluto. Now, every retrograde in 2022 aspects Pluto, okay? So this is all, Pluto coming in with all of these Mercury retrogrades really has a very defined purpose of correcting our course, okay, to make sure that we end where we're supposed to be at the end of this year. Okay, I see this as the arrow being pulled back so that you are shooting right into the target, right into the right direction of your dreams. It's important since the end of this month is about life path, right? 222 being a fresh start. You are being urged via 2022, create the space of unconditional love for yourself. And then that will reflect on the world around you. I now feel, right, like we have that, that aspect of Pi activated within us. Venus leaves the retrograde on the 29th, which could be when you see symbols of this path. You might feel that triangle, okay, or start seeing triangles everywhere at that time. If not, the 30th, when the Sun squares with Uranus, okay, you will be awakened in a different way. And so even if the universe feels like they have to do it by force, again, remember, this is about course correction. And so you're really being guided to be very open to whatever this change of course is about. The 31st with that new moon in Aquarius is beautiful to release the fears of what you are planting so that it may arise, okay? All is safe and protected. The full intention sets in on February 1st in Capricorn. Again, very Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a doorway into 28 days of growing your voice to complete a big cycle in February. Let's progress. The quote that I just noticed that is sitting right here in my book, my little Speak Your Truth little journal book here. There's risk involved in putting your true self out in the world, but I believe there's even more risk in hiding it. Brene Brown. Okay, that's really, really beautiful. Now, before we move into the channeling, I do want to talk to you really quickly about, so when I do the soul path, I've pulled out a little bit of a message for kind of defining each soul path that we are going to go into on those readings. And I have to, let me double check while I've got you guys here. I feel like they are next week, but then Spirit keeps saying, are you sure? Okay, so let me go look. Okay, so again, okay, it's 12/22 right now, funny, 2/22, right? The 19th. Okay, so yes, we're doing the soul path next week, okay? Next week in the first week of February will be the soul path readings. And we are in, it says here, the stroke of genius right now. Stroke of genius is the energy that we are in. So I kind of love that. But I'm using the I Ching to really pick the energy for each sign. So I'm going to give you guys that energy right now, okay, so that you can start thinking about that, letting that kind of move through this energy portal with you, okay? So Aquarius, the I Ching 37 to 22. This is about family changing to grace. All right, so we have wind over fire and then changing to mountain above fire. Okay, and so when the wind is over the fire, right, like it's just going to spread. But when the mountain comes above the fire, a lot of times we can move in before it hits the mountain and protect the mountain. I also love that it's about, right, 37 is completing a cycle, right, to 22, the 4, the Emperor, but also the 22 being a very, a path forward. And it's relationship moving into grace, okay? And the relationship animal totem is the vulture, which, they're not doing well because there's not a lot of animals like there were hundreds of years ago for them just to find and eat. So they're not doing very well. And it could be some with your relationship. Someone needs to hear this, and your family, maybe, right, there's an energy of kind of feeling like you're not really being able to feed that. Okay, but grace is the swan. So I do feel like you are moving right into a more healthy situation no matter what you're moving into. Okay, Pisces, the 29 to 24. Okay, pitfalls to the turning point. Water over water with earth over thunder, right? It starts out with the cormorant, which is a water bird, which is about commitment. Okay, that's the pitfall, the commitment. And it moves to the turning point, which is the salmon, which is your course, right? The salmon always knows its way home. The abysmal to the return. I feel like whatever emotions you're dealing with, they are emotions piled on top of emotions because of maybe you have overcommitted yourself in life. But it's about having a turning point and realizing right? How do I return my course, right? To where it might be a tower moment for you, earth over thunder. So just be aware of that. Okay. Aries, from the 7 to the 3. This is the army changing to the retreat. Okay. Earth on top of water, and then heaven on top of the mountain. Okay, so it's very much aligned with kind of building, right, levels. And this is the owl, the guidance to the record keeper, the well. And so you're getting messages from above and below, right? The intuition, and it's all guiding you into this ability to create in the middle world what you want as your true reality. Okay. Taurus, 64 to 66. Now, 64 is the end of the I Ching. And this deck, the animal totems of the I Ching, goes higher. Okay, so anything above the 64 becomes then miscellaneous. So it is 64 to 66. Before completion is the 64, right? And this is dreaming to personal authority. Lizard to the cardinal, right? Fire over water. So this is about a massive transformation that you are going through. A big transition. Now, I did feel like the cardinal signs could play a big part in this for you. Okay, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. They are those CEOs. Perhaps this has to do with a job. But I feel like you're ending something, and the in-between energy here is really taking on like your personal power for that new beginning, okay? Gemini, 33 to 53. Retreat to development, okay? Gradual progress to permanence. There is heaven on top of the mountain, and then it moves to wind on top of the mountain. So you're moving from the intuition realm, the dreaming realm, into the wind, into the thoughts, okay? You have the record keeper, okay, that well, to the transformation of the butterfly. And so this really is your doing the work, okay? Figuring things out, doing perhaps meditations, okay, doing that, calling on your spirit upper realm to help you understand your emotions so that you can make a plan that creates some sort of permanence in your life. Cancer, the 12 to the 43, treading to resoluteness, okay? This is the innocence to cosmic ordering, the porcupine to the grasshopper, the stagnation to the breakthrough. So I feel like you've been very standoff, treading water, okay, hangman energy, and you're starting to have this leap ahead, this breakthrough where cosmically you're getting this knowing in your mind about where you want to be. And that is heaven over earth, and then the lake over heaven, right? So, again, I feel like this is about you having a breakthrough about your emotions and being prepared, I feel like, to let the rains come in to create productivity and perhaps even cleansing the air. Leo, you got the 70, 68 to the 5. All right, so the 5 really is the fly, right? It's the patience, the ant, but the 70, 68 is the fly and the elephant. I saw it as the fly, you know how they whip their tails around the elephant? The fly bothering the elephant. And it may have been that you had in your reading this week someone had the fly in the ointment. Maybe that somehow resonates with you. Okay, but the fly bothering the elephant. And the fly could be doing it purposefully, right? Just to get the elephant to move forward. it is mental busyness and your ancestors, right? So your ancestors could be really trying to move you out of old, stuck thought processes. But it's the patience, the ant, okay, the water reigning over the earth. Internally in the 5, there is a 38 of opposition. So if it was 38 to 5, it would be fire over the lake and then water over heaven. And I do feel like it's just clearing out the mental fog, right? You're working on clearing out this mental fog of what's bothering you that really doesn't matter anymore, so that you can, move on. You're just waiting for that movement forward. Okay, Virgo, 75 to 48. The rest, the slug to the introspection of the bear. Okay, the 48 is the well, the depth. There's no loss with no gain. Okay, hidden in the core is, again, that opposition, 38. Fire above the lake to water above the wind. I feel like you're being guided. Okay, that you've gone really deep into your emotions. And Spirit is saying you have been very introspective, but now you're hitting a point of opposition because you just need to rest and integrate. Okay. Libra, 1 to 16. So Libra, I feel like you are starting a new cycle. Okay, the creative to enthusiasm. Creativity, heaven to approval. Okay, it is the spider to the dog. The creativity to loyalty. Heaven above heaven, thunder above earth. They showed me Thor. Okay, so I kind of see this as, right, Asgard above heaven, right? And then like there's realms, celestial realms above heaven, right? And then we have, right, this thunder coming down to earth. So I do feel like you might have a little tower moment, a little thunder, okay, brought in by Mother Spider to show you who is on your team, to really move you in through your creativity to where you're meant to be. When I went on the journey, the one lesson from Mother Spider for me was that Mercury retrograde is so close to the timing of what we resonate with in terms of our soul self in that sort of heavenly space, that is why we oppose it so much, right? Because we're trying to have this earthly experience. Scorpio, from the 77 to the 44. Okay, the tick to the raccoon. Dependency to teamwork. Coming to meet something, right? I feel that something's been toxic to you. That's what the 77 is. Something has been toxic for you. This tick, this codependency, this shadow. The actual shadow of 44, which is coupling, okay, is the hexagram 21. And that's coming together. And what's really interesting here is that 44 says in it, do not take this woman. It will not last long. Okay, so I feel like you're being guided here, Scorpio, that you are in a little bit of a toxic situation that probably isn't going to last much longer. I feel like you came together for a reason, and it may have been part of this will not last long comes and talks about if you are, right, just coupling up without healing your shadows, then it's going to be just like a tick that you can't get rid of. And then that will deplete your energy. Heaven over the wind and fire over thunder. Okay, so this is a storm, a big storm. So we will see where that goes in the soul path. Sagittarius, 52 to 11. Keeping still to peace. Stillness, the praying mantis. okay, to the illusion of the dragonfly. Mountain on mountain, and then earth on heaven. I feel like you are just being guided to just kind of be in stillness for a minute as you go through this metamorphosis. The dragonfly, its wings can be such an illusion to us. It is this amazing transformative energy. And I feel like with the earth on heaven, like you are creating your heaven on earth, okay? But you had to climb a mountain, and then you got to the top of it and realized there was another mountain. And so you need to be, someone really needs to hear that. You need to be still and peaceful, okay, in order to go through this next part of your process. Capricorn, 66 to 23. Again, okay, we're being guided to these cardinal signs. Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra. Okay, you're coming into your own cardinal personal authority. Okay, so the personal authority to the 23, which is about splitting apart. And I almost feel like right now, like my shoulder blades are splitting apart, like getting ready to find your wings, and it comes in with the messenger, the hawk. Okay. And one of the messages here is it does not further one to go anywhere. Spirit says here, materialism destroys the essence of life, right? This is the mountain, the 23 is the mountain over the earth. The 24 I Ching would be the turning point, right? So I feel like right now you're being guided to just listen to your messages, take back your personal authority, figure out what isn't working for you, that isn't your life, but somebody else's energy, or just focused on money and not on spirit. And that will help you when you reach that turning point. Okay. Ophiuchus, 3 to 17, with a little side nudge of 56. Okay. Trouble at the start to following. So water over thunder, lake over thunder. So I feel like you're really coming into these little transformative energies. It is the wolf learning, and then the integration of the alligator, right? So you're protected. The alligator can kick some, right, when it needs to, while you integrate what you've learned. But what you need to remember here is that 56 snuck out, and it's the distraction of the wanderer, the opossum. Okay, you're moving. They want you to move from following, okay, because you had trouble and now you're just trying to follow what somebody else is showing you. They want you to move from the following to this traveling energy, but don't do it as a distraction. Okay, because that creates the fire over the mountain. That creates fear, and then you become stuck, right? So you have to do it very organically and allow it to really come in and be a blessing. All right, so I hope that that helped you. We are going to move into our little channeled message and our journey, and then we will do a reading, okay? The masculine walks deeply through the veil as the third eye clears. There's this walking through a dark tunnel with an autumn glow on the other side of this deep amber reddish orange. The lightning strikes and a light appears at the right side of their path. As he gets closer, he sees that this is the feminine eye, and this is the tear falling from this feminine right eye. closer still, they try to see the storm. They try to see what the feminine energy is seeing today. He tries to tell his story, but it is falling on deaf ears as the feminine is very focused by this approaching storm. Finally, he knows he must look at this through her eyes. She is walking barefoot on the hard, dusty earth. She craves the storm ahead, the rain, the thunder, the wind, the water, cleansing the karmic energy stuck in her face, dried to the old tears. The masculine stands next to her, but realizes he doesn't see the storm as she does. What he sees is a wall of dust coming towards them and fears it coming through, that he will lose all sight that he has now opened. What does the masculine need to learn to allow the rain to enter this journey? Listen to the rattle and really focus on, no matter how much dust or wind, the truth is now seeking you. New masculine sight. New masculine sight. Take a deep breath in. Return life to your body. Allow yourself to come back to this life, to come back to this existence, knowing that we are moving so much slower than our essence is, so that we can learn these lessons of the human experience. Take a moment and write down any of the messages from your guides, and then we will continue. All right, guys. So we are back. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Okay. I'm going to pull out our final message card first, they said. Okay, and put it aside. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, so what do you guys need to know about this week? Okay. All right. What you see as not being true is actually probably true. Here, it's again, they're showing me the time, okay? That distortion of time between the 3D and our soul. You're on the right path, but it doesn't feel true, okay? And part of that is because there's a lack of communication here with the jackal, okay? Sea otter here, okay? The siren. I feel like this is somebody who is hiding their voice with someone who is hiding their emotions, okay? Underneath. They're asking you, okay, 22, to open the sacred door, okay? The gorilla. What is the worst, right, that can happen if you let yourself be happy? Okay, this wolf that is coming towards you is not coming to be of harm. Okay. Tell me what it is that you think this person is not truthful about. Okay, again, follow the leader, the 4. All right, this person coming in, they're really showing me, okay, Goddess Danu, Ophiuchus, this, right, the goose, like coming in here to this little fairy, right? Like there's a part of you that doesn't believe that this person is meant to be on your path. Now we have 4440, 444. Okay, this is your path. And you're meant to follow your spiritual guides, this fairy's energy, right? The sea otter, okay? Flip things on its head if you want to change this, right? If there is no speaking, how do you move your emotion, right? Because if you stay in that stagnant energy, you're going to hit rock bottom. You've got to flip this on your head. Find a different pathway for yourself forward, where you can get out your song, where it is allowing you to speak your truth, even if you aren't speaking with this person. I feel like that's what that sacred abyss, that opening the door is here. Yes. Bone collector, okay, the shaman, the wheel of life. They're saying, right, you have one little piece missing. You're not going to get that until you open up this door to your true path. They're really saying, right, like there's a sacred ceremony within you that you need to take to find that last piece of your will. Okay, the gorilla, what if you would allow yourself to be happy? Okay, dragon's lair. Yeah, we go from 1, the magician, okay, to the 19, which is the sun. But here, look at how cold that is. You're afraid to be happy. You're the only one holding yourself back from this truth, this judgment. Okay, it's this fear, I feel like, of the wolf. Okay, yeah, the wolf brings in the storm, but it brings with it a lot of healing in your heart, right? There is another path. You don't have to take the path into the storm if you do not wish, right? You can take a different path. But the wolf is the star, is your dreams, okay? Underneath it, if you take another path, then it will become your challenge, okay? Something to really think about. So what else do we need to know here about the following week, Spirit? Three of Cups, right? There could definitely be too many cooks in the kitchen here. And so you don't feel like you have a lot of room to maneuver in life or love. Okay. But again, you're being called to follow your path. All right. Six of Pentacles. The universe is going to keep giving to you over the next 2 weeks what you need, as long as you flip that switch and you are looking for those blessings and not for the curses. Okay. Five of Wands. This is kind of like, to some of you, it might feel like a game, but it's really lessons on really how to stand up for what you want in life and to, you know, go after it. Like they're showing me, right? Ron and Hermione and Harry playing the game to get that really important thing done. Okay. So whatever is important to you, I feel like it's finding this, right? Like you're going through this lesson to find this last piece of your will and be able to manifest this new start. And that's very important for you here. Okay. You have to look deep into your past to find where this is. And they're showing me the skull. Okay. They're showing me this like elk skull. And then the King of Pentacles comes out. All right. So where are you? Right? Where are you chasing after this, you know, money, right? Like instead of, right? Look, instead of what serves you. Okay. Are you a servant to your money, or is your money serving you? Okay. Let that elk, let the King of Pentacles come in this very protective energy, right? We've got the Two of Cups below here. Again, the feminine may find their mind kind of split in two about what they want. They're very entangled into something here. There are two paths, right, with this storm. Okay, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit is saying though, right, don't follow where you think it's going to be most productive. You might think that the storm will not be very productive, but it might be, right? Because there underneath is the Ten of Pentacles with this Emperor that has really grown from all of this, right? You might find that piece of your wheel there. Thank you. How do you find your space here in this Three of Cups? Thank you. Okay, it does come down to healing. Ace of Fire in return, in reverse, in return. Interesting, right? Like you don't have to create something new if this is already divined for you, okay? You just need to be in this space of holding that space, being patient, allowing yourself to heal, okay, through this. Okay, what is the universe offering you here? Okay, again, they're offering you what's missing for your wheel, that bone, the bone collector here, right? The Ace of Air. There's a truth here. Okay, Mother Spider is helping, right, to spin your dreams with this. And so know that you are really coming into this grand manifesting energy. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Goddess of Earth, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the land of milk and honey. It is the view of the masculine and the view of the feminine, right? But in the land of milk and honey, the productive energy is that they can both then see the truth, right, of the knowledge and the truth of what the storm brought forth, okay, which is cleansing its emotions, right, and it grows, Ace of Earth, okay, a brand new world, sacred medicine. Okay, so this is coming into a very new energy. We've got the Ace of Air, the Ace of Earth. Okay, the Ace of Fire was in reverse. But again, I feel like that's because they were saying, right? Like you've already got the cauldron burning. You don't need to change that. Okay, 3. Nope, this is a 5. 5 of Fire, but it's transformation. Again, we've got the 5 of Wands with the 5 of Wands. You're learning how to maneuver within all of this so that you can transform into this very happy energy. Okay, knowing that you're protected. King of Pentacles, thank you. Okay, right? It's about the journey, not about the, I feel like the deception, okay? The journey here is, again, right? Like I said, there's this disbelief that this is really what it is. Okay, but it is what it is that you're moving into. That's the journey of getting through this stasis of believing your truth as it's being illuminated to you. Okay, again, that wolf coming in is not here to harm you. This wolf energy is coming in as this beautiful animal to help support your journey, right? Again, there's a lot of productivity happening here. So why is the 7 of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, again, because the productivity has already started. It's already taken place. Okay, now here's the 6 of Fire, right? The dragonflies. There is that transformation that's taking place. For some of you, it is in a transforming of your mates. Okay, and there we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, there is this transformation of your wings, okay, of this ability to take flight that you are working on that has nothing to do with the monetary. The monetary is already being provided for, right? The honey, milk and honey will be there. Okay. Yeah, the rebirth has started. Okay. It's very interesting here. I do feel like a part of you wants to pull back and rest, but Spirit is saying right now, again, is the productive time. Okay, there's the shaman, right? The productive time of this rebirth is now. You've got to go into this journey, 3 of air, journey with Goddess Danu, right? And really see, what are you, if you unstick yourself, right, come out of that rock bottom, you turn things around, what is it that you are going towards, right? Some of you really need to see, right, what am I going towards on the other side of this dirt, right? What is being created by this storm? The Ace of Water. Okay. So let's see what the messages are here. Discernment to connection. Okay. I feel like that's kind of what you're going through here. Discernment to connection. All right. So let's take a look. Okay, discernment, the earthly meaning. The books, films, and people you choose to spend time with subtly feed your beliefs about how the world works. Choosing good food means your body can absorb all the nutrients it needs for optimal health. That is what I say all the time. That is why I give all of my clients my Juice Plus. Okay. The same applies for the information and attitudes you surround yourself with. Be selective about the movies, books, and conversations you have. Give yourself the opportunity to absorb higher thinking, greater visions, and deeper love. The spiritual meaning. Breathe in the Divine Mother's deep love for this world. Surround yourself with works of peace and compassion. Take on the beauty and joy of living. Increase your concentration of love, and it will naturally flow out of the world from high to low, following the channels to where it is needed most. Right? To where it is needed most. The energy you foster in yourself and in the world is a choice. Be selective, choose love. The insight. When particles move from areas of high concentration to lower concentration, it is called diffusion. Osmosis is the type of diffusion that occurs when water moves from a weak solution, high water concentration, to a strong solution, low water concentration. The water passes back and forth through a membrane until there is an equal concentration on both sides. The membrane is selective in that it will only let certain things pass. It is by osmosis that water passes through the cell walls of plants until they are stiff enough to be able to hold themselves upright. When there is a high concentration of certain ideas, attitudes, and beliefs, we can absorb something of them with little or no effort. In this way, we may take on helpful or detrimental beliefs or behaviors without realizing it. When we immerse ourselves in quality people, films, or books, we take on elevated thinking and positivity until we can hold ourselves upright. Remember, the osmosis process is selective. Be aware of what you are taking on. Okay, so be selective, apparently about a connection. Connection, the earthly meaning. Find yourself by losing yourself in a conversation, a story, or someone's eyes. Be vulnerable. Be emotional and be moved to deeper understanding. Empathy is required. Let the pain, suffering, love, and joy of others find a home in your heart. Accepting another without reservation means accepting yourself as well. The spiritual meaning. Focus on the subtle divine force inside you. Recognize this force in all things, for it is in all things and it is everywhere. Separation from energy, beauty, grace, and power of the Divine Mother is an illusion. Feel her fertility and everlasting peace inside you. Through her love, life unfolds with endless blessings. Through her, your love flows out upon the world. The insight. Separated from its ocean home, a droplet of water falls upon a mountain. It is captured by the cold, frozen in place until the season turns, and it is released upon its journey home. It is taken into the earth, drawn into roots, consumed and expelled. The story of tears, water pistols, rapids, storms, sweat, and rapture is repeated until the bead of water is welcomed into its ocean home once more, and the droplet is no longer. Its boundaries are no more, and yet nothing is lost. You too are on a journey home. Every cell of your being knows the way, and your destination is guaranteed. Love without boundaries. You cannot lose yourself by remembering your divine connection with all things. If that doesn't sum up today's journey, I don't know what does. All right. So I hope that this helped you guys, and I will see you next week. Love and light. Bye.